Darnell finds very creative ways to get drugs in his victim system. He would put it in our water, in our food. One of the things about, he works at Quaker Oats, and he would bring my children cereal, only they weren't boxed and sealed. He would bring them in plastic bags, like garbage bags, and later on, 10 months after it all goes down, 10 months later, my daughter is the one who pointed out that she stopped eating the cereal because it was making her feel funny. It was making her tired and she would fall asleep. When she told me that, I remembered that Darnell had once asked me why the kids weren't eating the cereal anymore. It's funny. Anyways, he did. He put it in our food, our drinks, our water. But there was several times where he actually injected me. And the very first time I felt it, I remember I sat straight up in bed and, did you just inject me? The next day I took pictures of the spot on my butt, of course, where I felt him inject me, and I saw the injection site. And not only did I see that one, but I saw about 3 or 4 of them. And I showed these pictures to somebody who I was talking to about the very strange things that were happening. And I told this somebody, I think he's injecting me. And I showed him the pictures. I think about the times that he injected me and how I could feel myself fading out, and how his face would start to blur and he would start to look younger, and it was like his face would just change shapes. It was so crazy. I couldn't explain it for a really long time, but once the drugs were out of my system and I could look back on all of it logically, with my analytical mind, I realized that, I was being drugged. And so that was the effects of the drugs, that it would like cause his face to blur, and then I would fade out, and then several hours would pass. I do remember trying to fight to stay coherent, to stay aware of what was happening around me. And every single time he injected me, I knew that I was in trouble. And every single time, it was useless. I couldn't fight the drugs that he was injecting me with. And then the next thing I know, I'm coming to, time has passed. I don't realize time has passed, but I know that I'm missing time and I don't know where it's going. And I'm forgetting. I had no idea what was happening or why for so many months I kept forgetting the things that he was doing. Sometimes I wonder how many other women out there really are. Because I know that he's been doing this for 25 to 30 years. And I know that there are probably hundreds, if not thousands, of victims. And this is for them. This is not for me. I don't want anybody to know anything about me. So it's uncomfortable.